Okay, guys, Ms. Crone here. Hi. I'm going to make a video showing you the hand signals for the first 10 amendments to the U.S. Constitution. Hand signals help you remember. I'm making this so that anytime you need a refresher, you can't quite remember what the hand signals are, you can just come and check that out. I've never made a video for my class before, so this should be fun. As long as all my chins are on display, we're good. All right, so let's get to it. So the Bill of Rights is the first 10 amendments to the U.S. Constitution. They guarantee our individual rights and freedoms and protections and all that good stuff. So let's go over how to remember them using your hands, all right? So the First Amendment has 5 freedoms, okay? So the First Amendment has 5. They are speech, religion, press, assembly, and petition, okay? I'm going to break that down for you, okay? So 5 freedoms out of the First Amendment. They are speech, you're pointing to your mouth. Religion, you're pointing up. Press, okay, so freedom of the press is newspapers and print, so you can write whatever you want. Assembly, come here, let's have a meeting of how much I hate the government. You know, you can have a meeting like that, the right to peacefully assemble. So come here and get with my group, we're having a meeting. And then petition, you're not doing your job right, so we're going to sign a petition and get you out of office, okay? So the First Amendment has 5 freedoms. They are speech, religion, press, assembly, and petition. All right. The Second Amendment is really easy because you just pew pew. It's the right to bear arms, right? That one's easy. Everybody remembers that one. Pew 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 pew. The Third Amendment, you can do it like this or like this. I prefer like this because it helps me remember it. So the Third Amendment says that you do not have to quarter soldiers in your home in times of peace, or any time without congressional approval. Ignore that. So the Third Amendment, three's a crowd. That's how you remember the quartering. No quartering. So say you and your honeyboo are sitting there enjoying your nice quiet evening, and your friend knocks on the door. Hey, I want to hang out with you guys, and you're like, no, three's a crowd. Go away. Leave us alone, right? So this kind of helps you remember that soldiers couldn't just come in, knock on your door, and say, you got to feed us and you got to give us a place to sleep tonight. So three's a crowd. Third Amendment, no quartering of soldiers. Okay. The Fourth Amendment, so you do 4, and then you make a fist, and then you knock, because the Fourth Amendment says that the police have to have a warrant to search your property if they are looking for something or someone. So they have to have a search warrant. They can't just seize your stuff. They can't just take your stuff because they feel like it. They've got to have a warrant. So that's the Fourth Amendment warrant. The Fifth Amendment, you make a 5, and you cover your mouth, and you say, I plead the Fifth. The Fifth Amendment is for people who are accused of crimes. So if you are accused of a crime, you're not going to say, oh, yeah, I did it. You're going to keep your mouth shut. So the Fifth Amendment is for people accused of crimes. There's other things besides I plead the Fifth, and I don't have to testify against myself. But just remember, the Fifth Amendment is for all the due process, all those things for people who are accused of crimes. They are protected. The Fifth Amendment, I plead the Fifth. I'm not going to testify against myself, all right? The Sixth Amendment, everything's backwards on the screen. The Sixth Amendment is make a 5 and a 1 and then tap your watch, because the Sixth Amendment is the right to a speedy trial. So you're not going to sit in jail for 100 years. You're going to get a speedy trial, right? The Seventh Amendment, so do 7. The Seventh Amendment says that you get a trial in cases over $20. So the two from the 7 stays, and the 5 becomes 0. So 20, $20. If you sue somebody for over $20, you can have a jury trial. So the Seventh Amendment right to a jury trial in civil cases over $20. The Eighth Amendment, make 2 4s and then pretend you're in handcuffs, because the Eighth Amendment says that you are not going to be subject to cruel and unusual punishment, okay? So they're not going to whip you or flog you or whatever weird medieval torture that you can think of. They're not allowed to do that. No cruel and unusual punishment. So that's 8, okay? The Ninth Amendment, 9's kind of weird, but it's kind of a rhyme, so it'll help you. The Ninth Amendment, you make 9 and you point to yourself, because 9 are mine. The Ninth Amendment says that there are other rights that I have that aren't specifically listed in the Constitution, And just because they're not written in the Constitution doesn't mean I don't have them. So 9 are mine. 9 are mine. I have those rights. 9 are mine, even if they're not written. 9 are mine. Okay? And then the last one, get to do a little jazz hands with this one. The 10th Amendment says, what's not given to the federal government, what power is not given to the federal government, is reserved for the states. Okay? So we have a federalistic system of government in our country. You have Washington, D.C., you have that central government, and then you have all those state governments, right? So the power is divided. So the Constitution says in the 10th Amendment, that what's not given to the national government is reserved for the states. If it's not written in there, giving the power to the national government, it's reserved for the states. Okay, so do a little jazz hands. Okay, national, state, national, state, national, state. Okay, so that is the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. Enjoy. I don't, happy America. Welcome. Yeah. So come back here anytime you need to remember, and I guess I hit stop now. Is that what happens?